there's Kevin with the Rogue Market here with this month's episode of the Pirates Plunder Picks, where we look at 5 Magic the Gathering products that I think are good buys. And if you're interested in accessories or board games or other things that go along with the gaming industry, I suggest coming over to the Gone Rogue Game channels and checking out the companion piece video of the top 5 products to buy for November, not Magic the Gathering related. So for this month, we are going to have a lot of the same similar ones that we had for last month because they're still extremely good buys. And those being the Modern Horizons pre-release pack, the Strixhaven School of Mages pre-release pack, and the Zendikar Rising gift edition. I've also included 2 newcomers to this list with the Theros Beyond Death booster box. We'll talk about why in a second. And this dumpster fire of a product called Adventure in the Forgotten Realms Collector's Booster Box, again, because pricing is more important than the actual product. So if you can get it on good prices for particular products, that makes them more attractive than their counterparts. So that's what we'll be speaking about for the first one with the Adventures of the Forgotten Realms. So you check out the price now on TCG Player, $162 plus $12 in shipping for the lowest right now is not the greatest price. Out the gates, the distributor cost of this particular product is $180. That's what I think I pre-sold these for. But there is a special going on from one of the distributors that just fire selling these for, I think it comes after fees, around $150. So at $150, I think collector's boosters are a steal of a deal. Now, we have some weird things going on with the Magic the Gathering market. If you've noticed, if you've been shopping at your local supermarket or filled up your car with gas, you've noticed everything is inflating. Everything is going up like crazy. But collectibles are all going down, and Pokemon Flesh and Blood are also in this category. So I think that it's even more striking that they're going down with the rest of the like accessory prices are going up. Board games are going up. There are a lot of just the cost of doing business, the cost of creating these products are going up. And so you'd expect that we'd start to see some price increases in the next Magic the Gathering sets or Pokemon sets, which I do think we did see a slight increase in Pokemon recently from the Pokemon distributor price for the average product did go up slightly, 10-15%. If you go over to most of the board games, those are all going up, and same thing like card sleeves. I know things like Dragon Shield have gone up in price, and a lot of the binders and stuff are starting to creep up in price. So with Magic the Gathering products actually going down, that's a double whammy for where it should be going up with inflation. So $150 is $30 off of what the Collector's Booster Box originally were. And I think that these are going to be something that long term, like it would be very, very, very surprising to me if Collector's Boosters in 2 years are not like $200. So, I mean, that's a pretty good increase for sitting on a product. It's also just a great time to get in this. I don't think that Forgotten Realms is that bad of a set. It sees a lot of play right now in Standard and in Commander. Commander especially, there's some goodies in here. There's things like Old Gnawbone that I think will age well. You have Tiamat. If this doesn't get a reprint anytime soon, I think it should start to recover and go up. And you have a lot of rares that are in the $5 to $10 range. Things like the Ranger class, the Circle of Dream Druids. We have the Hall of the Storm Giants is actually seeing quite a bit of play in constructed formats. And just this entire slot right here is just full of mini cards that continue to age well right now, still in the Standard lifetime. So this is a good news for this particular set. This is something I like to look for in sets when I think of their long-term investability, is cards in this $4 to $10 range, I would say, for rares, because if there is cards like that, those are going to be your bread and butter for EV going forward. So I actually do like the Adventures in the Forgotten Realms Collector's Booster Boxes, even if they're still at the $180 price. I think they'd be great long-term. I think this is going to be a forgotten about set, and it's going to be very similar to something like Amonkhet or even Ixalan, where those had really good recoveries, or Shadows of Innistrad. That's another one. That was such a stinker of a set, and all of the sealed product around Shadows of Innistrad is worth quite a bit now. So years down the road, eventually the Forgotten Realm Collector Boosters might be something that people will seek, and yeah, I think it's a good time right now to get into that price point. So price point is the most important thing for the Adventure of Forgotten Realms. This sale is only going on for this week. There's actually 2 distributors that are blowing these out right now. One's for like $155 and one's for $150. So I'm pretty sure I can get plenty of them. And the price I quote here, this is something I do for my patrons. So if you are interested in becoming a patron, come over to patreon.com/roguedeckbuilder, and you can opt into our service, and then there are different tiers where you're allowed to buy a set amount of products per month. So that's kind of the distributor price that I'm getting these at. How it works is I buy on your behalf. It's money up front. You pay me the money. I buy from the distributor, then I ship it to you, and it's all good. You scratch my back, I scratch your back kind of service. So anyway, there we go for my shameless plug. So on to the next one that we're going to talk about is going to be the Modern Horizons pre-release pack. I talked about this one last time. Modern Horizons pre-release packs currently are going for, I believe, $35 is the price I can get them. Let me pull up my little cheat sheet on the right-hand side so I can see what they're going for. So this one is currently going for, yes, $35 is the price I can get a pre-release pack for. So out of all of the products from Modern Horizons, besides Collector's Edition, the ship is sailed on Collector's Edition. It's very hard for me to get those now. But the pre-release packs, I think, are the best value because they do come with that additional promo. And so if you actually value in the rare foil version of, or mythic foil version, the average EV of that particular card, it actually brings the price point of the packs down to a better deal than the draft booster boxes. So actually draft booster boxes are hard to get right now, and there isn't a clear answer if they're actually coming back to distributors. So we actually had the problem with the set boosters having not a lot of supply there for a while and unable to get from distributors, and now it looks like draft boosters have just dried out. And so if you do want draft packs, this is another outlet to get draft packs, either bundles or pre-release packs. And I still think pre-release packs are the way to go with that additional promo. Also, I like pre-release packs. If you go back in the history of, if you just look at eBay and TCG Player for pre-release packs, they tend to go up faster and at a higher percentage than other sealed products, because people do like to collect these, and they do like to keep them sealed, or they like to play these later on versus a friend. And so pre-release packs are where I think that you should stick your money for Modern Horizons. I can still get them from one distributor at that $35 price tag, and I think it's a great buy. If you can see here on TCG Player, the lowest one's like $36 plus $6 in shipping, and then it really starts to go up from there. So this is just a good deal right now to get into the pre-release packs. All right, and again, Modern Horizons I think will age well. People have always joked that Modern, the entire format called Modern, is actually Modern Horizons 1 and 2, because the vast majority of cards are from those particular sets. And this Modern Horizons 2 just completely warped the format, and there are plenty of cards that are just staples right now in that format. A lot of good commander cards too, and of course you have the fetch lands for Modern Horizons 2. So if it is all about the fetch still in 2021, then I think this is going to be a good product going forward if Wizards can resist the temptation of reprinting the fetch lands within the next few years. The other one is the Strixhaven pre-release packs as well. So this one's actually pretty cool because the pre-release packs, I think I can get a set of 5 for $90 is what the price is. And so the lowest one TCG Player is $121. So that's pretty good profit right there, just from what the market price on TCG Player is versus what the distributor costs in Strixhaven. I don't know how long I'm going to be able to get these. There's only one distributor that has these left, and I'm not sure how many I can get per week. But this is something that I think that you, if you are in the market for these pre-release packs, this might be your last month to be able to get them at this price before they start creeping up. I am selling them in sets of 5. I was selling them individually, but it just gets so much of a headache when I get stuck with like a billion of one that no one wants. Because of course you can start to factor in the promo could have more value. You do have to get the random packs, but the promo could be worth more in a particular color, and you have everyone shooting for that particular color. But anyway, this is a pretty good sign for the Strixhaven pre-release packs. They've gone up this fast already. I'm surprised I can still get these. And the reason why I like Strixhaven pre-release packs so much is if you look at the pre-release packs, especially from other ones that did this sort of thing with having particular guilds, they have aged very well. So if you compare like Guilds of Ravnica pre-release packs to other ones in that time period, they tend to go up quicker because, you know, people don't even just want one, they want one of each one. So that of course dries the supply a lot quicker than just getting your random old pack of pre-release pack or 2 pre-release packs, or however you want to do it. Everyone wants 5 rather than 1 or 2. So Strixhaven I think is going to follow suit with that, and they're going to go up in value at a better rate than something like Kaldheim or Zendikar Rising or any of the other pre-release packs that are available at this time period. In fact, most of the pre-release packs from Zendikar forward, all of the standard, I believe every standard set pre-release pack is still in stock from distributors, which is crazy because I've never seen that happen in as long as I've been doing this for my store, where they typically you do have a window where you can get pre-release packs. Sometimes you can't get them if there was a particular pre-release that was more popular, but it just seems that there are plenty available level of all the standard sets still. And I think it really just shows there are just so many competing products that what would happen back in the day is if a store, started to run low on products. We used to do this too. Instead of buying draft boosters, we would just buy, pre-release packs and break them down because, again, per cost per pack, you get dice, you get a lot of other stuff you can sell at the store. It's better just to fill your dispenser with, packs you open up from pre-release packs rather than cracking a box. Anyway, but with all the other competing products, I don't think the stores have had the desire or just had the capital to kind of eat these up like they have in the past. Alrighty, so on to the next product. The next product is going to be the Theros Beyond Death booster box. I'm going to call this one again. The margins aren't that great based upon the TCG low versus what I can get them at. Currently, there has been a distributor that has these on sale as well for $90. I believe I can get these for $90 or $95. It's going to be around that price tag for $90 for the Theros Beyond Death booster boxes. This was a box that went up to $105, not in the too distant past. So we had during last year with all the lockdowns and the free money, we had basically all products go up in value. Theros Beyond Death was no exception. It actually sold out quicker than we anticipated, for where it took a while for distributors actually to trickle some of these back in, and now they're back in stock. But it was trending for 105, 110 for quite a while. So it's back down to that 90 mark, and I like this set. Out of all the sets in this time period, this is the one that I like the most, and Dawn Glare's kind of in agreement with me that the average value of a booster box is around 96. If you actually look like a Coria at 75, or Eldraine, it cleared down to 57. This is definitely the best one out of the mix. And one of the things that makes it even better is the lands all go for like over $1 now. They're still one of the most sought after lands. You get one per pack. There's foil ones in here. So Theros Beyond Death, I think, is a good one to sin on. It's another one of those Amonkhet's that I think is going to age well. Especially, there's always going to be like one set out of each standard rotation that's going to outperform the other ones, and this is the one that I like the most out of this particular standard. Ikoria, Theros, or Ikoria and Throne of Eldraine were definitely open more than Theros Beyond Death. This was kind of the forgotten about set, and this one's going to age the best and has the best cards in it. There are plenty of cards that are Commander staples. You have cards that have been reprinted in like Secret Layers already that I don't think are going to get another reprint for a while. Shadowspear obviously is going to get a reprint pretty soon, so it's going to drive the value down from a $20 rare. But there's like the Nyxbloom Ancient, the Dryad of the Elysian Grove that's actually had a few other printings. You have like Thassa, you have Thassa's Oracle, Underworld Breach. They're all pretty powerful cards. Kind of go down the list, and again, you have a bunch of uncommons and rares that kind of sneak in here with value. So I do like Theros Beyond Death long term. And then last but not least, I know this has kind of been a rambly video, is going to be the Zendikar Rising Bundle Gift Edition. So this is why I really, really like this one now, because there are two Zendikar products that are now out of stock. So one of them is Zendikar set boosters, and we don't know if they are coming back or not. Typically, Wizard of the Coast does try to keep in, they've committed back in the day to keeping draft available through the standard livelihood, but I don't think we have an answer from Wizards if they're going to, if set boosters ever sell out, if set boosters is something they're going to try to restock. So I've noticed that Zendikar set boosters are gone, and so are Zendikar Rising Collector's Editions. They are now gone. And Zendikar Rising Collector's Edition, that was a Collector's Edition that was just rotting. There was just so much supply that they overprinted it because it had fetch lands. They really thought that it was just going to sell out. So it was one of the highest printing of Collector Edition. I think it was the highest printings of Collector's Editions ever, and now it's gone. And I think that's also had to do with that Modern Horizons 2 and now Zendikar Rising Collector's Edition to drive the price down of fetch lands. But they do have, the Collector's Edition do have the promos, or the buy box pack in it. And every one of the and then the Collector's Edition packs are eligible for fetch lands in them. And same thing, the set boosters, they had the buy box, and same thing for the draft. So if now with those out of the way, bundles do not have them in them, pre-release packs do not have in them, but this Zendikar Rising Gift Edition does have a collector's pack in it. That's the difference between just the regular bundle and the Gift Edition, is the addition of the collector's pack. So if this is the only way to get collector's packs now, I think this is a product that's going to go up in value, and it's actually pretty reasonable that I can get these for $30, and the cheapest one at TCG Player is $42 plus $10 shipping, which is, that's a pretty big spread at that point. So I wouldn't wait on the Zendikar Rising Gift Edition. Again, I think it's only one distributor that I can get these from. The rest are sold out, and so do not wait if you're gonna want to add this to your collection, or if you're looking to invest in these long term. So those are the ones that I like this week. Hopefully I've been able to explain myself without rambling too much. I need to get back in the swing of doing videos. You can see I'm stumbling on words and not having the clearest thoughts. So we'll give attention to this channel again. Starting next week, I'm going to start to do the daily delves and start to do some reviews of the daily delves and see how well we've done with our picks. So we've had a bit of stagnation of card prices. Magic's in kind of a weird place. You can go and check my Market Monday video this week where I explain it, where we have kind of like a boom and busting market, and it has mostly to do that Magic is still a very, very popular game that has had just record number of sales. But on the flip side of that is there's also record number of products. They've just continued to pump out and pump out and pump out product after product after product, and doesn't seem to be slowing down anytime soon. And it's really started to affect like the singles prices of cards that used to go up at a nice. Like Commander used to be something that was so tried, tested, and true with a particular spec that you knew if it had a certain amount of play, it would start to go up. We've seen that actually flatline out and kind of peter off, just because it's been just more attractive for players to actually open a product than it is to buy singles, which is kind of crazy in this day and age. So anyway, you can go and check that video out, and you can go and check out the video to the companionship for this if you're interested in the other products that are non-Magic related. Like, usually try to pick a board game and some accessories that I think are good picks for November. Hope you enjoyed this video. Be back for next month for December for my Pirates Plunder Pick December, where I'll pick 5 more products again, and we'll analyze them then. Thanks for watching.